Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're setting the stage for a truly transformative look at how we understand, support, and really champion dyslexic learners. Whether you're an educator trying to unlock that incredible light bulb moment for a student in your classroom, or a parent sitting at the kitchen table just trying to help your child navigate homework without the tears, this Explainer is built entirely for you. We're going to break down the science, the strategies, and the support systems that can literally change a child's educational trajectory. Okay, let's just dive right into this with a massive question. Is dyslexia an intelligence problem? The short answer? No way. Absolutely not. We're putting this right at the beginning to establish one vital truth today. We are going to bust some major misconceptions. For decades, these totally outdated ideas have clouded how we view learning differences, and it is well past time we clear the air and look at what the research actually tells us.
Here's our roadmap for today. Number 1, we'll decode dyslexia. 2, we'll recognize the early signs. 3, we'll cover effective teaching strategies. 4, how parents can help. And 5, unlocking student potential.
Section 1. Decoding dyslexia, the reframe.
For generations, these myths have held kids back, right? The idea that dyslexia equals a low IQ, some kind of vision problem, or worse, that the child just lacks motivation. But the facts show a completely different reality. Dyslexia is neurological, it's largely hereditary, and it's simply a learning difference. Dyslexic children are not lacking intelligence. Actually, they're often brilliant problem solvers and incredible out-of-the-box thinkers. They just process language in a different way than our traditional curriculum expects them to.
What's really interesting here is the scientific root of this difference. It comes down to something called phonological awareness. That's the ability to hear, identify, and manipulate the individual sounds in words. When a brain interprets language differently, this specific skill basically becomes a bottleneck. By defining this, we clarify something deeply important for both teachers and parents. Dyslexia is not caused by bad instruction, and it's definitely not caused by a child not trying hard enough.
Section 2. Recognizing the early signs, the red flags.
If you're a parent or a teacher of really young kids, you'll want to listen closely to this. While formal identification usually happens in those early primary school years once reading instruction really ramps up, the signs can actually appear as early as preschool. Catching these signs early and stepping in with the right interventions, that is absolutely the best way to reduce future learning challenges and, most importantly, protect that child's self-esteem.
So what exactly are we looking for? Well, here's your checklist. You might see difficulty recognizing letters and their associated sounds. You likely see slow or inaccurate reading, and poor spelling even after hours of practice. They might have trouble following written instructions, and perhaps the most heartbreaking indicator of all, a total avoidance of reading-related tasks. Parents, you might see these struggles erupt into frustration during evening homework time, whereas teachers, you're going to observe these behaviors during independent reading or written assignments in class.
Section 3. Effective teaching strategies, the classroom catalyst.
Educators, here are 5 concrete steps that completely change the game. Number 1, apply multisensory instruction. You want to engage their visual, auditory, and kinesthetic learning all at the same time. 2, break lessons down into very small, highly structured steps. 3, simply provide extra time for reading and writing tasks, just to remove the panic. 4, embrace assistive technology, like audiobooks or text-to-speech tools. And 5, actively encourage their inherent strengths, like creativity, oral communication, and problem-solving. This brilliantly illustrates how the right environment, when it's customized just slightly, entirely unlocks a dyslexic student's maximum potential.
Section 4. How parents can help, the home front.
Now, for the parents out there, your efforts at home directly strengthen everything that happens in the classroom. Try reading aloud together regularly, just to keep the joy of stories alive. Encourage learning without any pressure or comparison to siblings or classmates. Use constant positive reinforcement to rebuild that confidence. Maintain open, regular communication with their teachers. And above all else, focus entirely on progress over perfection. It's all about creating a low-pressure, high-praise zone where your child feels completely safe to learn differently.
Section 5. Unlocking student potential, FAQs, and the big picture.
Let's just address some of the most frequently asked questions we see. Is it a disability? Well, it's a learning difference, but one that absolutely qualifies for critical learning support services in many systems. Can it be cured? Look, there's no cure, but targeted early intervention works wonderfully to reduce those challenges. Are these kids intelligent? A resounding yes. Dyslexia has zero connection to intelligence, and many of the world's most highly successful people are actually dyslexic. So the crucial point to take away here is that while dyslexia lasts a lifetime, early intervention and reframing our perspective entirely eliminates the traditional barriers to their success.
I really want to highlight this specific quote from the research. Dyslexic students can do well in school and in life if they are aware of their condition, have empathy for others, and use solutions that are based on research. That right there, that is the core message. It's not just about trying harder. It's about having the correct tools, the right empathetic support system, and proven methods. When they have those things, these students won't just get by, they will absolutely thrive.
Of course, knowing all this research and actually applying it means continuous learning for us as the adults in the room. Platforms like Booty offer the exact professional development tools, expert-led courses, and inclusive teaching methods needed to implement everything we've talked about today. Whether you're an educator wanting to power up your teaching or a parent looking to better support your learner, tapping into communities and courses designed for special educational needs is really how you turn these ideas into daily habits.
So, we've busted the myths, we've looked at the early signs, and we've laid out the strategies for both the classroom and the living room. Now I want to leave you with this final thought to carry with you. With the right tools in hand, whose potential will you unlock today? The science is incredibly clear, the strategies are proven, and the opportunity to literally change a child's life is right in front of you. Take these insights, apply them with empathy, and go unlock that potential. Thanks so much for joining me on The Explainer.